Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, second grade. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Vang. I'm so excited to have you join me so that we can become amazing readers and writers. I was just rereading another book that Mrs. Martinez at Thomas Elementary recommended for me. Remember, she's the librarian at that school, and she gave me lots of books to recommend just for you guys. And a lot of these books I haven't read, so I was reading it again just so I can remember what it was about. Now, this is a book called One of Us by Peggy Moss, illustrated by Penny Weber. And this is a story about a little girl who moves to a new school. And she was trying to find, or she was moving around from group of kids, trying to find which group she belongs to, until she finds that she belonged to a group where everybody was different. And that was the perfect group for her. So have you been to a new school? Do you guys remember how that feels like? Oh, you do. So this might be a great book for you to read. Now remember, you can see if this book is on Sora, if you have the Sora app, or you can check it out at your county library. And again, Mrs. Martinez wants me to remind you guys, if you guys go to Fresno Unified, you can also check out books from your school library and pick them up. Okay, so make sure you guys are reading. Now, speaking of Sora, let's see which school is coming up in our top countdown. So yesterday, we revealed that Bernie came in number 5. Coming in number 4 today is, are you guys ready? Finger crossed. Is it your school? I don't know. We'll see. Turner. Awesome job, Turner. You guys are doing a great job checking out those books and reading. I'm so proud of you guys. Awesome job. Okay, boys and girls. Now, I haven't received any letters from anyone yet, but remember, you can write to me here at the studio, and I'll send you one of these fun activity books. Okay? So use the address that you see down below, or you can email me and tell me what you're reading. Tell me what you're learning. Or if you just want to tell me a story, I would love that too. And then I'll send you one of these fun activity books. All right? Okay, boys and girls, I can't wait to see your letters or get your letters so I can read them. Okay, boys and girls. Now, let's go into our lessons for today. Today, we're going to start off with, that's right, training our ears. So let's get that listening ears, turn them up high. We are going to be playing a game with phoneme categorization. And we're going to play which word doesn't belong. So this is where I'm going to say 3 words. One of the words doesn't have the same vowel sound. And you're going to have to tell me which word doesn't have the same vowel sound. Are you ready? Okay, let's see if you guys are ready. Ready? Here are my 3 words. Tube, cake, soon. Say that with me. Tube, cake, soon. Which one doesn't have the same vowel sound? Cake. Good. Cake says A. Tube says oo. Soon says oo. Good job. Okay, next set of words. Ready? Could, should, time. Oh, you guys got that fast, huh? Could, should, time. I hear you. Time does not belong. Time says I, should, and could and should both say Good job. Okay, last set of sounds. Ready? Or last set of words. Ready? Neat, dune, food. Did you get it? Neat, dune, food. Good job. Neat says E, dune says oo, food says oo. Good listening, boys and girls. Listening for those ears. Now, that's perfect because that's going to take us straight into our phonics lesson of the week. And this week, we are focusing on we have 2 sounds, but today we're just going to focus on the spoon card, okay? Now, the spoon card says oo. Say that with me, oo, okay? And if you need to, you can pretend like you're eating soup and you have a spoon in your mouth and you're saying ooh, but your lips do round up and that's how you know it makes the oo sound. But look at all the different ways that it could be spelled. You see how tricky that is, boys and girls? Now let's go over all the different spellings for that oo sound. So O can say oo. U, consonant silent E, can say oo. Remember, that's what we also call the long vowel, our long U. Remember our long U? It says U or oo. Very similar, right? The same. U by itself can say oo. EW can say oo. You're right. UE says oo. OU says oo. And UI says ooh. Good job. Remember, these lines means that UI is always going to be in the middle. And I'm going to tell you, there's not a lot of words with that UI, but you need to know that the UI can say ooh. Same thing with that EW. That means it's going to be at the end of a word, okay? So let's look at my letters here. Help me blend them together. Ready? Here's my first letter. Ready? This says P. Ooh. What is it? P. Ooh. Pool. Good job. Like I like to swim in a big pool when it gets warm outside. Good job. Okay, next word. Help me blend those letters together. Ready? J. Oos. Juice. Do you guys remember the CE? That's our soft C that says the S sound. Juice. Good job, boys and girls. Okay, now let's build a word. Let's see if you guys can build this word. Music. Music. Did you guys hear that? Music. How many syllables was that? 2 syllables. So let's build the first syllable. Ooh. Ooh. What's that sound? What's the sound? Letter M. Good. Ooh. And guess what? That ooh is the U by itself. Mew. Now my next syllable. Sick. Sick. Oh, I can spell that. That's simple. S-I-K. And you see that? Now that I've divided my word into 2 syllables, now I can spell it. How do I spell music? Let's put it together. M-U-S-I-C. Music. How did you do? Awesome job, boys and girls. Remember on Monday when we practiced identifying those syllables? It's important to know how many syllables in a word so that you can use it to help you spell and read. Okay? Last word. Let's see. Can you spell the word do? Do. Like my library books are due next week, so I need to return them back to Mrs. Martinez. Do. First sound, D. Good, that's easy. D. Now here's where it becomes tricky. D. Ooh. Look at all that spelling for ooh. How do I spell it? That's a tricky one. Now, is it E-W? Do? Guess what? That does say do, but this is a different do. This is the dew, like when it's really cold and I wake up and there's dew on the grass. The dew that my library book is due is the D-U-E, dew. Did you know that? Good job, boys and girls. Okay, lots of different ways to spell that oo sound. So we're going to continue practicing all week. Okay, now let's go and practice now reading, because tomorrow we're going to read the other sound. And let's practice reading because this is a tricky sound, okay? Ready? So here's my spoon card. And what does it say? Ooh, good job. Okay, ready? Food, school, soon, soup, glue, do, to, chew, right? All ooh, but look at all the different ways it's spelled. Grew, rule, and suit. Good job. Let's read my sentence. The food at school was hard to chew. Did you see all that ooh words with a different spelling? Good. Food, chew, school. Good job. Now let's see how you guys do in our sentence. I am going to tell you a sentence, or I'm going to say a sentence. I want you guys to spell it, and let's see how you guys spell it. Here's my sentence. The blue suit is cool. Good. Let's read it again. The blue suit is cool. Good. 5 words. Okay. First word, the. We all know how to spell the. Good. Don't forget to capitalize the word the. Blue. Bull. And there's that oo, but it's with the U-E. Good. The blue suit. Ooh. And that's with that U-I. Good. Is cool. Cool. Ooh. Good. And you're right. It does rhyme with pool. Good. The suit, the blue suit is cool. How did you do? Thumbs up. Good job, boys and girls. You guys are doing such a good job. So all week, we're going to continue learning this oo sound, okay? Now, let's go back. I'm going to pull my chart back, and let's practice our, our high-frequency words. So remember, high-frequency words are those words that show up most frequently when we're reading, and it's important to know how to read and write them. All week, we have 10 words. Every day, we're going to focus on 2. So our 2 words today, help me read and write them. Ready? Always. Again, always. Help me spell it. A-L-W-A-Y-S. Always. Good job. Next word, draw. Good. Read it again. Draw. Spell it with me. D-R-A-W. Draw. Good job. Okay, let's look at my 2 sentences. Let's see if we can put these words into my sentence so that they'll make sense. Ready? First sentence. Read it with me. I wave to my friends. Second sentence, can you a picture of a mouse? Oh, let's see. Are you using those context clues? What do you do with a picture of a mouse? Good job. You draw a picture of a mouse. Can you draw a picture of a mouse? Does that make sense? Good job. So that must mean always goes in the first sentence. Let's read it. I always wave to my friends. Does that make sense? Good job, boys and girls. Now, let's practice reading all of our words that we're going to be learning this week, starting with the 2 that we learned today. Ready? Always, draw, during, ever, meant, nothing, strong, story, along, and air. Good job, boys and girls. Okay, so let's go into our structural analysis. Okay, this week we're going to work on contractions with not, and we have previously learned this, so this is a review for us. Remember, contractions are 2 small words. You're right. We're going to smash them together. When we do that, we lose some letters, and there's that. Good job, that apostrophe. That's going to connect the 2 words together. So in the word not, the N gets scooted over. I lose the O, and then that apostrophe is going to put them together. Okay, so let's just practice with some of the words that I have here. Remember, it's a review skill. We've learned this already. Could not, couldn't. Good job. Should not, shouldn't. Good job. Would not, wouldn't. Good job, boys and girls. And so we'll continue learning this all week, okay? So don't forget to come back so that we can continue learning our sounds of the week and our high frequency words, as well as our structural analysis, which is our, that's right, contraction with the not. I know, it's a review, so let's see if you guys can get them or get the answer before I show you the answer, all right? Boys and girls, I hope you guys are having will have a great day learning with your teachers, and I will see you back here in our PBS classroom tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.